I'll start Taylor in my final game of the season. No, I don't play recently yet. Oh, will he actually play me? If he joins, if he joins the 49ers, he'll play against me. In the end, I want him to join the 49ers. Fuck you. I hate you. I don't know if he was saying what to you or to the game. Today.
This is Madden 19. I'm the coach.
Well, go do it right now because they're in the
NFL
Patriots.
On EA Sports.
Go get their teammate. Go get his teammates right now. They're in the Patriots. There's still a few players left, like Stephon Gilmore, his quarterback.
I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon
So you're saying I should put
Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami.
Don't worry, I already got Jimmy Garoppolo.
Ago,
got
here
nobody.
it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle.
Gotta admit though, even though he's
Denver
ass, he's still sexy.
and the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. The beat goes on, doesn't it? A perfect 10-0 to start the campaign.
And it's a good locker room to be in, too. Guys don't show up on game day hoping to win. They expect to win. And so far, they've yet to have
Let's see. Division leaders.
Meanwhile, for the
Wild
visiting
card.
Broncos,
Look at the
things
wild
haven't
card.
gone exactly
New York
according
Jets
to plan
and the
to
Hunts.
this point, but boy, you and I down there with them before the game, they were fired up.
And they understand how
Browns.
important this game is. Win this one, they can start to think about a turnaround.
Pick my balls.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the
Hello,
NFL
bug.
season, and we're underway on
Oh,
EA
is this
Sports.
22?
Now to return.
Wait, I'm not even streaming.
Here's Kenyon Drake. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Oh shit. Oh well. Oh.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56!
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley.
Nigga forgot my name. I'm
And
weak.
get this up over the 25 to the 26.
I can just look it up on
These
Google.
are his numbers from last week's contest. 7 carries, 69 yards, and a touchdown.
And they've got a nice scheme going right now, and they run the football pretty well. In fact, I was talking with him on the field before the game, and he said he's starting to hear from the guys ahead of him on the rushing yardage total, and they want to know if he's going to jump up there and join them at the top of the list.
Flushed out right. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins.
Damn, DeAndre Hopkins is a bitch.
Across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for first down.
I think you're just fucking bad, Lucci. Honestly, at this point.
On first
Because
down,
you are ass, man.
Cummings. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And that one falls
Oh my God,
incomplete.
Julio, catch
Looked like
that.
He might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at second down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Barkley. And he's got it across midfield and
Yo,
into
no
Denver
face mask?
territory. Bradley Roby, the quarterback, there to make the stop. A look now at how Denver is going to line up defensively. This crew against the pass, issues at times, ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Charles Tapper in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you get 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a...
And the pressure gets to him again. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. They go play action here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Deion Jones coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He completes it to Julio Jones. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A 1st down carry for Barkley. Got some real estate inside the 30.
What?
The 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Yo, Andrew, I don't know what the hell just happened. You gotta see
Hitting
this.
double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are going to take a 1st quarter lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration
Bro,
level may not
you see
have
where
been
Barkley
there. I
fell
agree
to the
with you
ground
on
and then he
that
got
one,
back up and
because
scored a
those
touchdown?
types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This will be fielded at the 8. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. It's that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
It's a big play. Keenum to Thomas. And even 40 yards.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
The numbers for him from a week ago, 16 carries, 78 yards.
In a perfect world, they'd run the ball the same way they did last week, but against the #1 rush defense in the league, they're going to have to find a different way to move the ball. Maybe they start throwing it early and come back to the run. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked #1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
Throwing on third down, Keenum. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. Able to give the defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive. Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
We'd usually have 50 by now.
Throwing to start the drive. Cummings. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be
happy
sounds
to stupid as fuck.
There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2. On 3rd and 2, Cummings. Good one, able to haul it in. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's #4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he's able to bat it away.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A Miami first down on a 14-yard pickup. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Looking to throw. Cummings. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be second down.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. His throw incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Quick hands that time to knock that one away. It sure looked like a short touchdown, but able to get a good break on the football and force the incompletion.
On 3rd down, Cummings. And he comes back with one complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Another drive getting ready to start here for Demaryius Thomas. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. Shotgun snap for Keenum. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And down he'll go at the 25. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
What the
Picked up
fuck?
by the corner, Bradley Roby. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the...
Dude, the neighbors are probably thinking somebody's getting
Now
raped.
Case Keenum and the offense heading back onto the field. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the second quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone.
Yeah, you mentioned those 2 picks. No touchdown passes yet either. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Keenum on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. A gain of 6 there on first.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Good, good. Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Throwing on first down. Cummings. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
39. Detroit! Detroit!
On first and 10, Cummings. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defense.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. In for the score. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. So it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally, you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
Gucci, press ready to advance.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now first and 10 at their 25-yard line. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
Anderson, my dick on, yeah.
There, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they'll run it here. And an alley to run. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
This is Freeman on first and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Freeman. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. From the gun on 3rd down, Keenum. Wide open receiver complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, Find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Well, they've been practicing goal line offense all week. Let's see if they're able to capitalize here. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll bring up a second and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos get a bit closer. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
That's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Jakeem Grant now to return. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not.
I run the ball. Okay, so I ran the ball, scored a field goal.
What you were looking for
one touchdown,
get the ball back pretty quickly,
one touchdown,
for a 3 and out.
Interception,
so that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
It's caught left side by Cooks. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. This quarterback now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pick up there at 20 yards. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Back to throw. Cummings. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Detroit!
And they'll run for it with Barkley. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps
what free game are they offering?
One more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay.
Well, I'm about to get one.
I
hope.
On first down, Cummings looking deep for Julio. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Defense.
So the pass
if I really want some
marble,
I could go to the
contact
people
and
in
pass
Miami
interference.
and
now where does the ball get placed?
And I'll do it with my shirt up just so the old,
excellent
women can get horny.
that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
This clearly the final play of the half, but no field goal attempt. They're going for it with 3 seconds remaining. The final shot before break. Cummings. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. As his guys are in for 6. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone. And
Andrew,
somehow
you know who
they were
Andrew
able to
Tate
find
is?
a window and get it done. You want the third quarter already?
Lucci,
No
do you know who
problem.
Andrew Tate is? Are you serious? Say on God. Say on Habibi. Say on Allah. Say on Allah Akbar. No, say on Allah Akbar. Okay.
Let's do it. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is
Allah Akbar.
This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Von Miller in there to get him. And that's sack number 12 for him on the year.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. So let's glance at a player's spotlight now with Russell Wilson. He's had one of those games that any quarterback loves, not only being able to complete some passes, but some deep passes.
And it's pretty to watch. I mean, it's an absolute joy to see, but let's face it, we got to give a little bit of credit where it's deserved, right?
Well, the protection's been great, if that's where you're going.
Yeah, protection's been phenomenal, but how about how it's been spotlighted, right? Our producer, Christian McLeod, our director, Kyle Burt, the rest of the crew, what they put together with these images and pictures, if you're an offensive lineman, that's what you're taking with you to contract time.
They're going to have a lot to take to contract time if this continues. Deep ball for Goodwin. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone,
Are you talking
you
to me?
throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
See, I get bored playing with Cummings
factor in
sometimes.
this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit.
Shut the
Now
fuck
they look
up.
to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. 18
Touch my
yards
crack.
on each of the last 2 plays, and they're picking up big chunks now. The pitch goes to Barkley. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They go play action now. Wilson. Wide open receiver complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. If you're
I like
gonna
that.
blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Rob Gronkowski, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs.
Look at Andrew. Look at Andrew. No, you actually, what?
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That's nasty.
Keenum on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
I'm
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long.
I'm clutching up a game while I'm sitting on the toilet live on Twitch.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Don't believe me? Click the live now.
Only a yard, and it'll be third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be fourth down. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Dolphins will start their drive at the 20-yard line. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. The lead is theirs here in the third quarter, but it's really been the ground game that's been the recipe for success.
You mean the spotlight isn't shining as brightly on the guy throwing it?
No, it's the man behind him that's had a heck of a game.
And that's really okay. That's actually what you're looking for. I mean, your pride tells you, hey, I want to be responsible, I want to throw a bunch of touchdown passes. But when you're able to run the football, typically speaking, your team's doing pretty well. And in this case, they're winning.
We'll see if they have balance on this drive. It got his man complete. A big play there for the Dolphins. 47 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. Partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back. And it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
I'm the best fullback in the league, guys.
To break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On second down, here's Wilson. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line.
No, Lucci carries.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a third and long, and suddenly
the
momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Don't take forever, okay?
On third down, Wilson. And Gronkowski's got it. Complete over the middle. And
Andrew, I just snapped the ball really fast.
The
oh, shit. Oh, wait, never mind. I thought
the Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. That'll bring up second down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10. Again on second and 10, it's Wilson. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
14.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And Denver getting set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across
Yo,
the
honestly, I want to
40-yard
see
line.
how Taylor would be.
A Bronco
right
first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Russell Wilson.
It looks way too easy right now. 2 carries, 2 straight first down runs.
Maybe in the final 5 minutes.
The eyes are carrying the legs to the proper hole, but they're being created by an offensive line that has the leverage game going for them right now. Lower than the defensive front, creating space, and he's finding it in a
I want to
big
see
way.
if he got better.
What they're doing on offense right now. I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox
I don't
is
think
making
Taylor.
offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine.
No, I'm
for
not. I
him,
don't
isn't
think
it?
right in.
Really is.
Oh,
That play
Taylor.
there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to
Nigga, I'm
block
not
him
smiling.
and keep him from disrupting your offense.
I'm not. I'm
So
not
they'll get a little
smiling.
extra time to come up with his 3rd
Bro,
down
are you
play as
serious?
we played 3 quarters. We'll return
This
with more
nigga.
after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back
How
now
am I
in
smiling?
Miami.
I'm not even smiling. How do you even
And
see
this
me?
is
I'm
a
not smiling.
blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided
You can tell when
affair.
you're
The
listening to
Broncos
someone.
on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. From midfield, here's Keenum.
Is that face on?
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Gets through, and now an opening. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
No, because Andrew says
5th
he
catch
can
of the
tell when
game
someone
for
is
him there.
lying
Yeah,
when
the
they
tight
smile.
end position is now becoming a volume pass
shut the
catcher.
fuck
Used to
up.
be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters. And he's going to be
Jalen Ramsey
intercepted
for
a third
another
time.
pick.
Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well,
say
someone's
something.
locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here.
Wait, I'm playing Madden.
Turn to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Wait, is it or I text me go?
After the interception, here's Keenum. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the
that's
way this one's
Skyler.
gone.
No, that's Skylar Lipscomb. Go click on his profile.
So after the incompletion on
That's a
first,
nigga.
now 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Keenum. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every
you gonna let
time.
that nigga talk to you like that?
Like the call, but they're usually spot on.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Parkey with the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Yo, can we make the playoffs tonight? I want to beat Andrew.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he trotted out here for this series, head coach...
It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for Miami. And even 50 yards. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
14.
Yo, hey, okay. Que lo que.
Now Wilson.
Que lo que, hey.
And Jones has it over the middle. And he gets
Que lo
it
que.
inside the 10
Que lo
to
que
the
lo
9.
que. Yo soy dominicano. Tengo un gran Juan.
Now it's Wilson. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on.
Suck my slushy.
2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field.
Suck my Mickey
Makes it
D
very hard to
slushy.
slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Now Wilson on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. In for the score. And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control.
Andrew Gay.
They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
Andrew.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they...
Hold up. All right, 2 touchdowns. Let's see if Taylor's ready to come back to Miami. Andrew.
Playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Might join the Buccaneers or the San Francisco 49ers.
On 2nd and 10, Keenum. And down he goes. goes. Keenum is sacked. Myles Garrett in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback. Almost come out of the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now is dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst. It's caught inside the 25. That goes for a gain of 31.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Now Wilson on 1st down. And that's complete to Cooks. Oh, and now he bowls him over. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Throwing again here. Wilson rolling to his right. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now Wilson buying time to his left. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Shaquille Barrett in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. On 2nd down, Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Back-to-back great plays defensively. You get the sack on 1st and goal. A great job in coverage there. All of a sudden, they're looking at 3rd and goal from further back than when they started. And the really good play callers look ahead and down and distance sequence. Now he's got to backtrack a little bit and go maybe off his play sheet to try and dial. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Dolphins just continue to pour it on.
There is no doubt in my mind.
Did you hear that? Did you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Keenum. He gets it to Thomas. And a little spin cycle. Room to run now. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Guess what?
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on the primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here's Keenum. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Denver has the 1st down, the play going for 15 yards.
I like how they work the tight end on a
Everyone
nice little
just go
under
fucking
route there. And
AFK.
if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run
gonna
away
go
from you a
jack
little
off,
bit, and that's
bro.
exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Throwing on first down is Keenum. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they had planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they showed passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Keenum on 3rd down. And that is
all right. You want to see how Taylor starts? Taylor's about to play right now.
Much heat on that one. When you throw it to the out.
Wait, hold up. Do I have him? I'm about to put him up. Let's see if he is still washed. Yep, I got Tyrod Taylor for a 69 overall quarterback and a 6-9
because you got to
pick.
keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
And Parkey's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a
find
large
out.
deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
I'm telling the truth.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
Yeah.
They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
It did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. He got 29 yards that time.
It's like good old times.
Oh, Taylor going to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 23 yards on the play.
Exactly,
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. This is caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Back then, I looked back. I was really impressed with
And
this.
you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
You like it when I get aggressive like controller.
On 1st down, Keenum. The Dolphins get
fucking
there
quarterback
this time,
down.
and they bring him down. Von Miller in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
To throw on second down is Keenan. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Charges the ball free and brings up third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. He's going to let it fly. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
Are you fucking serious?
A gain of 32 that time. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still
I told you who I'll give you for him.
arrogance with you.
Down the numbers.
Why not?
There he goes. And he's across for the
Why?
touchdown.
Because I traded.
Too
Because
little,
I'm willing
too
to trade you
late.
2 players.
But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Yo!
In college, not a
This
heck of a
nigga
lot of fun. I just
gay.
remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great
Hey,
runs.
yo,
I
watch
knew
your
every
mouth.
note to their school's fight song.
But that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too, didn't it?
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before
why
the
would
reporters
you say
got to you.
homophobic stuff like that? You're canceled.
Taylor going to throw it. He's going to loft one deep left side here.
Ah,
Into a
Taylor,
double
what the
team, and it's
fuck?
intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a
Why are you
different
thinking
flow.
about that, nigga? That's gay.
So for Miami,
Watch your
the
mouth.
perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year.
Yes, and
they
me
will
and
hit
Andrew
the
would like
road
to have a
next
word
week
with you.
for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Denver, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8.
Allah Akbar! Andrew, I had 3 quarterbacks play this game, and all of them got intercepted. Oh, yo, Lucci, you hear this? Personally, if that was me, I wouldn't let that slide. That's just me, though. Oh, shit.